very good afternoon to all of you. It's my extreme pleasure to welcome all of you to the live interview corresponding with the International Conference of Quality Education 2024. Let me take this opportunity to brief about the upcoming conference, which will be held on May 26 to May 30th, 2024 in the capital city of India, New Delhi. The conference will establish and give us a delightful and magnificent opportunity to set a rewarding platform to embrace positive changes in education and meet global leaders, inspiring personalities and special VIPs from different countries. The main objective of this conference is to focus on empowering 21st century skills and spiritual well-being in children by enhancing the quality of education, by empowering STEAM education, employability, entrepreneurship, green education, and mindfulness. Some of the interesting themes of the conference will be based on early childhood and school curriculum, pedagogical approaches, capacity development of teachers, research innovations, CSR, and much more. These are compulsory to be upgraded rapidly to develop skills that are essential for the 21st century and spiritual well-being of the children. Through the conference, the opportunity will be given to emphasize ways to develop these essential skills and overcome competitiveness of global society. This conference is not a single event. It is a process of upgrading of quality education to build up the atmosphere of upcoming conference. Live interview series are conducted with experts from the industry, which will make us to be connected and familiar with the changes. Hi, this is Shehwar Sohair, Head of Early Childhood Department, Senior Lecturer from Amazon Campus, Bamlapiti, Sri Lanka, your talk show host, joining you for this lovely interview on behalf of International Association of Quality Education. Before we begin our interview session, let me kindly invite our President of the International Association for Quality Education, Mr. Janaka Kamalgoda, to launch this session by speaking a few words.
Thank you very much, Suhari. It is a pleasure to speak few words before you start your live interview with Dr. Dheeraj. Actually, Dr. Dheeraj is the multi-talented education leader in India. Actually, not only in India. He is a global leader in education. He has vast knowledge about the artificial intelligence, latest technology, and many subject areas. Artificial intelligence is a very important subject present in the field of education. We take a lot of benefits. We use AI, but we have to concern even the problems or issues we have to face due to AI. Then I think today discussion will be a very wonderful session. I wish all the best. It is very pleasure to see Dr. Dheeraj Mehrotra and to listen his valuable session. I wish all the best to Dr. Dheeraj and our moderator, our talk show host, Mrs. Suhari. All the best, Suhari. You can carry on your live interview. We wish all the best for both of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. So the most awaited moment has come, and I take pride and extreme privilege to welcome the most respected, illustriousness, and a prestige person who is joining us from India on this live interview, who with the greatest difficulty gave us this valuable time from his hectic schedule and accepted the invitation on behalf of the International Association of Quality Education. Thank you so much for being so courteous and being available all the time. I take this opportunity to introduce Dr. Dheeraj Mehrotra, but no, this eminent personality needs no introduction. There is a lot to describe about him, but still I need to fulfill my duty. He has an MPhil, PhD in Education Management, a white and a yellow belt in Six Sigma, a Certified NLP Business Development Holder, and Educational Innovator, author, Experiential Educator. He has authored over 100 books on computer science, artificial intelligence, and many more. He was a former principal at the Indian Public School, New Delhi, India, NPS International School, Guwahati, and education officer at GEMS, Goregaon. With ample teaching experience over 3 decades, he is a certified trainer for quality circles, TQM in Education, QCI Standards for School Accreditation, School Audits and Management. He has been proudly honored with the President of India's National Teacher Award in 2006 and the Best Science Teacher State Award and many more. It's a great pleasure to know that Dr. Dheeraj has developed over 150 free educational mobile apps for the Google Play Store, exclusively for teachers, students, and parents. Sir, you are such a wonderful being. Hats off to you. Dr. Dheeraj is presently engaged as a principal at KUNWARS Global School, Lucknow, India. He has conducted over 2,000 workshops globally on excellence in education, integrated with total quality management and Six Sigma, technology integration in education, developing towards being rockstar teachers, including cyberspace, cybersecurity, classroom management, school leadership and management, and innovative teaching within classrooms via mind maps, NLP, and experiential learning in academics. Sir, your personality and your educational achievements are indeed breathtaking, vivid, and mesmerizing. You are definitely a role model to the society. Your services and dedication to the education field are commendable and spellbound. The responsibilities you shoulder are remarkable, splendid, and extraordinary. I feel extremely honored, highly regarded to be with you on this platform today, to conduct this interview session and listen to your words of wisdom. Sir, good evening. Welcome to our talk show. I hope you are doing well today. Will you be able to talk a few words, sir, before we start?
Yeah, I'm really honored and privileged to be a part of this wonderful interaction with you. And also, I take this opportunity to thank Mr. Janaka, the president of the IAFQE, who has been taking, I think, a lot of pains now to connect people all around the globe and bring forward quality education in action. And that is what kudos to him and to you for making it possible. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words. So today we are going to discuss and learn about a wonderful topic, artificial intelligence, and how this can be of advantage and disadvantage when it comes to children. Artificial intelligence is a technology that enables computers and machines to stimulate human intelligence and problem-solving capabilities. So, Dr. Dheeraj, can you please explain us what is artificial intelligence according to your definition?
Well, as a part of technology, we all are well versed about using our mobile phones and making use of computers as a priority connect. Similarly, one of the fields of computers is artificial intelligence and machine learning. Now, here, artificial intelligence is actually the capacity of the technology to make the machine behave like human beings. And in this particular context, the machine is able to provide us the solutions which were earlier thought to be only possible through human beings. And henceforth, we call it artificial intelligence. Now, the techniques which are into it talks about the programming, the algorithms which went through to diagnose and looking forward to connect into this type of intelligence. But keeping the fact in view the machine, which is more or like a computer with an expansion of thinking capability, with the help of the neurons, with the help of the devised programming into it, that coding, when we say, we are able to encapsulate the main priorities of artificially intelligent machine. Now, artificially intelligent machine is different from a simple computer, wherein the machine is able to recognize people, the machine is able to understand the language, and machine is able to, answer which any human brain could do as a part of sharing information. So the capacity talks about a combination of textual knowledge, audio knowledge, visibility, face recognition, which is one of the qualities of an AI-enabled machine, which is able to recognize us out of the face recognition technique. And now we have seen that many of the mobile phones are using this as one of the capabilities, one of their features. Secondly, the devices like Siri or Alexa, for example, talks to the human being as any individual. And this quality of interacting just like a human, is one of the other features of an artificially enabled machine. Now, when we talk about the very spectrum of AI integrated mobile phones, AI integrated washing machines, AI integrated refrigerators, there what actually gets added is the Internet of Things. The another word which comes to our understanding is the IoT, which talks about Internet of Things. And that is integrated to the best in these IT or the AI-enabled machines. Well, when I come to make it more clear, it is actually because of the Turing test that a machine is able to differentiate it being a human being or a machine. So the Turing test was conducted long time back. And now today, any machine which is to be checked whether it is an enabled AI machine or not, it has to undergo a Turing test, where the computer and the human being both are there in one room, and they are asked questions. And at time, the third person is not able to differentiate whether the answer has come from the computer or the human being. So this is the time when the person who is not knowing which device is the computer and which device is a human being, then that level is known as the testing of the Turing test. And that machine is understood to be AI enabled.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir, for this explanation. I really understood what actually artificial intelligence is, more than the definition I could get from a dictionary or the internet. It was well phrased, sir. Sir, I had this wonderful opportunity to read the overview of your book, which you have written on artificial intelligence, named Basics of AI and Machine Learning. I just read the overview on the net. It says artificial intelligence can bring numerous benefits. Accordingly, what benefits are brought for the education sector, and how we can implement this artificial intelligence for the teaching learning process? So, teachers and the students. So, how can AI be used for teaching to enhance the quality of teaching, and for the children, so that they can develop their 21st century skills? Sorry for this long question, sir, but if you could give some practical examples.
Very true. Now, keeping the fact, AI is just an add-on to technology. So when we talk about an AI-enabled machine in a classroom, it is more like a robot, for example. A robot is a machine which is more mechanical, and AI robot is supposed to be a robot which has AI capabilities in it. So it can replace the teacher. And that is one of the best applications you can ever think of. That there's no need of a teacher if the AI-enabled robot is there in the room. And how it can help is as an add-on, it can help you get into grading assignments. Automatic administrative tasks can be conducted, like for example, attendance. The child can just go in front of the robot or an AI-enabled machines. He can be read by the eyes of the robot, where the cameras, in fact, and he's marked present, you know. So this is the physical presence, no need of a teacher taking attendance. That attendance can be marked by the time the child, enters the school. The cameras will detect his image and identify him as XYZ, and that is how he marks present, So this is one of the ways through which AI-enabled platform can be of use in the classroom. And then at the same time, this was used in many schools in China, where the AI-enabled robots or the cameras are able to detect whether the child is attentive in the class or not. With the help of the facial expressions, his smile, his arrogance on his face will determine how the child is, concentrating in the classroom. If he's jovial, it's supposed to be that he's enjoying the class. If he's irritated, closing his eyes every time, this can be there. And also at the same time, there is a provision of AI-powered virtual assistant to answer common questions, provide information. For example, there are at times children, they just, they feel bad asking the same question again and again in the class. Right, ma'am, why this is there, why this is there? So here, the robot or the artificially enabled machine can be placed at a place, and children can go and ask anything. For example, we do so with Alexa or Siri. Hey Siri, what's the time today?
Yes.
So this is how you get the time. Similarly, hey Siri, who is the president of USA? Joe Biden is the president of the United States. So this is how my AI-enabled machine answers. Well, hey Siri, what is the time in Sri Lanka at this hour? So this is how the machine answers, and it can virtually answer anything. So it is an AI-enabled machine. It's going to answer just like a teacher would answer, but teacher would think at times, that I may not know anything, but this is a machine which knows everything as per the data given. And then also it can be language learning, where I can ask my machine to answer something in English. Or, hey Siri, what is the hello name in Sri Lanka or in Malaysia, how we pronounce hello? So the machine is going to reply back, what is the currency, or how do I spell that in English or in French? How do I say hello in French? So everything comes as an assistance from the machine. And since it comes with an audio feature, it can very well, make you communicate and sing you a song, sing you, or maybe define or give you a news of the day or something like that, So this is one of the ways. Then, of course, there is one thing known as text-to-speech. So it also stores your whatever you speak, it gets converted into text, and it can even convert your text into an image. For example, I want a picture wherein a child is teaching maybe his or her brother under a tree. So this image will be formed by the AI-enabled machine, and a JPG image will appear on your screen. So this is the power of artificial intelligence, which not only allows you, and then of course you can have safety and security of your children, where the cameras are there. Anything which is moving, the alarm will ring. So even if the birds are caught in that particular area, the alarm will ring, because it is trying to position any movable object will deter the alarm to ring. And that is, of course, when we talk about it, of its applications in the classrooms and other places. But the best is it can replace a teacher. There is a school in Bangalore where they have already started teaching through robots. And for example, our school has a dearth of, for example, English teachers. So there the robots are teaching English, Spanish, or any language. And this is in practice now. And even in KUNWARS Global School in Lucknow, we are trying to develop a robo where it is going to shake hand and welcome all who come inside, from the reception area. So we are working on that, and very soon it will be on the wheels. It can move around, it can shake hand and speak out, identify, and answer a few questions.
Such a great advancement, sir. It's actually replacing all the human efforts.
Yes, of course. And that's what we call it, natural language processing. It allows NLP, that is natural language processing, as a machine.
Oh,
right?
That's so. Thank you so much, sir. It was really well explained and understood. Sir, in present digital era, children are familiar with technical devices more than books. They are addicted to games, short videos, and many more stuff. I feel, sir, if artificial intelligence scoops up, there will be more addiction and all this to all these AI activities. I feel, according to my opinion, it will be a pathetic situation. How do you see, sir, about this situation? What are your views on it?
When the computers came in the year 1940, and it came to that very idea, there was a lot of hue and cry that it is going to take away the jobs. And then finally, what happened is that everyone landed with that machine. Similarly, when we talk about AI, and we talk about a platform which is known as ChatGPT, you must have heard of. It is a platform which allows any individual to look for research, to look for any solution. Suppose I want to write a letter to my friend, it will write a letter for you. Just write the prompts, just write the text, and it will make it possible for you to do anything for you. So keeping the fact in view, we live in a world of technology, and we are dependent on this in a big way. So I believe that yes, children are misusing it at times, but if they are not using it, if they are not used to of its usage, they might land up somewhere where they are not recognized. So the tomorrow's workforce is certainly going to make use of them with the experience of tech usage. For them, it is just like a tech candy. For them, www is not World Wide Web. It is whatever, whenever, wherever. It is an approach which is manipulating their identity. It is the very preface about how to get connected with that reference. So I believe the idea is not only to stop making a misuse of it, but for sure bringing an awareness among the kids that this is what they should be doing. And keeping that fact in view, I have a word to define, which is known as digital minimalism. The term digital minimalism I have defined it in one of my Udemy courses, which talks about how much is good enough to be used and how much is, good enough, how much use of IT or how much use of scrolling or how much use of digital connect is good enough for me, So that is known as digital minimalism. You make use of it as much as you want. The excessive use, like unnecessary, you keep on scrolling the reels and looking forward and putting some likes in between. What's the fun? Instead, you can commit yourself to a better approach, commit yourself to something better instead of there. So this is the approach like for at KUNWARS Global School in Lucknow. We always tend to reflect children's view and their connect with the cloud. They connect with the cloud space, their power of technology, because we are well connected with the parents through WhatsApp and even the homework and the classwork we share. We also share to who's absent, who is present, just to make them aware of the instant information, which is supposed to be shared. But we need to also tell them, we have counseling sessions, telling them at times that how much is good enough. Say 10 minutes of online viewing or 20 minutes of checking WhatsApp is good enough for any child, but not more than that. Yeah?
Yes, sir. So, very well said, sir. Moving on to our next question, sir. Hopefully you will agree to this. Earlier, sir, in our childhood also, we were engaged with peers for a lot of physical activities. And we even spent leisure time physically, spending good quality and quantity time with our relations and the society. After the artificial intelligence emergence, don't you see and feel, sir, that these generations are missing and craving the human companionship? So how can we overcome this situation?
Very true. And you are absolutely right in putting up this question before me. And keeping that in view, I would like to share somewhat like a post which came to me as a surprise that there was a time when we used to reflect about power or the load shedding, right? But at times today, when we talk about that the load shedding is taking place and there's no electricity, and to that purpose, we always look forward to what aspect we would be, and we get irritated, and we get to think like what to do. But at the same time, friends tend to reflect on how connected we are and how encapsulated we are when the electricity is there, right? But if it is gone, right, there's a power failure, all the family members come together, which otherwise is not.
True.
Right? So it's a blessing in disguise that they sit together and talk, right? And they tend to reflect. They don't have internet, they don't have that way, other things connect and all. So this probably is a scenario where we need to look forward, that we need to have a quality time, parenting time, and at least on the dinner table, let's make it a point that we will keep our phones away. There will be a me time. There will be a family time. What will happen? I don't think like anything is going to happen if I don't check my phone for 1 hour,
Yeah.
But we are so accustomed to it, I don't know, like with what aspect, but we need to have some like detoxing done from the digital framework. And that is what people tend to reflect, that they need to understand that the family time is also a requisite, as well as your me time is with your selfie time or Wi-Fi time or with your device time. So that is the priority. I think all parents should understand, when they're there home, at least while they are having dinner or prayer, even, they feel like I'll put it on vibrator mode and I'll offer the prayers. So this is what like something which should be avoided.
So it's like basically, sir, it's like, commitment from all the family members, no? So like, everybody has to commit to this. Like nobody is
Very
going to
true.
use the
Of
phone
course.
on the dinner table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true.
Very well said, sir. So thank you so much, sir. Well clarified. So very recently, I heard a speech of this of our Indian minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, and one of his statements struck me, and I really appreciated it. He explained the value of fasting for children. So fasting is actually not being without food and drink, but he mentioned fasting of this without the devices, being without the electronic devices. So what is your opinion, sir, regarding this statement?
Yes, he meant digital fasting.
Yes.
That concept he mentioned in Man Ki Baat, which is the talk show he does. And in the last talk show, he mentioned about the importance of digital fasting, where the children should be, and even we, the parents, need to do some digital fasting as a part, to connect with our own real friends, real people, rather than virtual friends. And that is what is somewhat like he said that you can go to the party, you can do some drawing, as what we did during COVID days,
Yes.
prepare some dish, with the parents. That's what he guided the students to, prepare some dish, learn how to do things, do some embroidery, do some drawing art, and play with them, playing cricket or any other indoor games. So that is what he mentioned about the term digital fasting, and you brought it very rightly here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. So another interesting question, sir, I want to ask you. Nowadays, we see many children, they are very aggressive and very stressful. So the main reason is addiction to artificial intelligence, I think. So as an example, sir, I think you might really know about this. It's the famous case from Canada where a family was murdered by a teenager. So according to your knowledge, sir, how can we develop collaboration and human contact with children? So will this be possible for a positive change?
With you that this is what the people are trying to understand and initiate. Yes, there is a gap. There is a scenario which
So I think you're muted. Can't hear you, sir.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, now can hear. Clear.
So the purpose is that we need to understand what is the priority with the usage of technology and how we are supportive. That comes out like the murder you're talking about happened with loneliness and the mental health. That was the issue, and probably the child was not very happy, and he had committed that crime.
Yes, sir. So however much we talk about technology and harm it can do, we cannot be away from technology and the AI and cannot remove it from our life and skip it. Children should be taught to adjust and balance with the artificial intelligence and the technology. So adjustment is required, sir. So if you can explain what ways they can smartly use the technology in a positive way.
See, the usage of technology depends entirely on the parents' support, They need to have a check on it. And this check has to be on a priority. Because in the school, we can ban the use of phones. But when it comes to home, the parents, they give, okay, you work on it. I'm here, don't worry, you work on it. And the children are, at ease to, do anything what they feel like. So that spectrum lies with the identity that the parents need to be strict, because they can't expect everything to be done in the school. They can't expect everything, to be done by their teachers and principals. And they give leverage at home, and they provide the best of their iPhones and tech candies to those children at home, thinking it's a status symbol. My child uses iPhone is because he's meant to do it, So we need to understand that how parents are supportive, and they should have a check on the priorities. They should even have a check on the websites they are visiting. They should even have a check on online friends of theirs.
Yes.
At times they should be very clear about what type of websites, or they should be their friend on the Facebook, so that they know that what the child is doing, what is his recent post, because the post will tell the nature of the child. As the Chinese AI cameras can detect the child's narration and mood, similarly, the post on the Facebook can identify the mood of the child. If he's very happy, the post will be of happiness. If he's not happy, probably, there will be somewhat like a sad thing. And then you can understand asking him, what happened? Why did you put that post?
Sometimes the
And,
emojis,
yes,
they use.
the emojis work straight away to that very fragrance of learning and the usage in particular. Okay. So I believe that is what is more required.
So, sir, when you talk about this parents, so parents are the most important people in the life of the child, isn't it, sir? So we have to emphasize more on to the parental role. So what do you think, sir? What is your opinion now? Like you discuss about the duty of parents and family members, how can they build positive correlations with the child and the artificial intelligence teacher?
Yes, first of all, every child has to understand that learning is important, and learning is only possible through technology, right? You can't be dependent on your books and the ABCDs and the portals of your particular classroom. The teacher may be there, the teacher may not be there. So the technology gives them the 24/7 teacher, educator. But at the same time, the parents should check on what fragrance of cult does the child usage is there, and the very aspect about getting to know, making it possible, yes, through the very affectionate nature, but the parents need to be in touch with the children at all times. They should ask what was taught in the school, how much you have done, what is your capability of doing it better, and what are the friends talked about it, what happened in the school. Everything is of a narrative nature and has to come forward with that positive attitude of getting a connect with the children at home. So this is my say on it, and I reflect the ideas being fezed, because as a parent, when we talk about quality parenting, the very identity here talks about how much I know my child, how much I'm connected to him. When did I last hear his story? When did I last visited a temple or a mosque with him? Or when did I last went to the movie with him? When did I give him a patient hearing? Okay, so these are the points, the ways you can connect with the child. And I think in the world of technology, where technology is more like a parent to the child, because if the parent is not able to connect through, he is going to type it out everything, on himself, and he'll treat technology as the assistant, right? So that way, I think the priority needs to be there. And keeping that fact in view, I have this book, which is Winning Secrets to Parenting, talks about. So next time I'm meeting you, I'll give you a copy as well.
Definitely, sir. I would
And
love to
digital parenting is again something very, very important, wherein parents should know what type of a digital connect one should have with their children as well, right? So I think it is high time that we, the parents, come forward to connect with them the way they want, rather than we wanting with our past, as I was done my parenting, or probably I am going to do my parenting as well. So it should not be there, because as a teacher, if I teach the very way I was taught, I will be actually be fooling my students. So the things have changed completely. Today's parents ought to be different than their parents, right? So of course, in the field of AI, in the field of technology, everything has changed, and the connect is maybe digital connect at times, or maybe the way it is. But we need to take our view back and try to be a changed parent, to connect with the children and have an eye on them as well at the same time.
Very well said, sir. So we come to the last question, sir. So, sir, if the children use the artificial intelligence or technical devices, they can explore the world through it. So, digital platforms can be even like examples like Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram can be used positively by the children, or to showcase their innovative, creative ideas. So, is there any framework for schools to drive the children to do this? Any frameworks as such, if you could?
Well, see, Facebook has a limit to allow children, I think 14 years or 15 years or something. Apart from that, nothing is hidden from them. In fact, they are the learners themselves, and they are the learning partners to their parents. So I believe restricting them to anything would be not a good idea. It will be like giving them that liberty to learn for themselves, because their peers are doing it and their competitors are doing it. So if they don't know how to use internet, or how to write an email, or how to write a prompt to gather the best result out of AI platforms like ChatGPT, they are actually being prepared or groomed for nowhere. So I think technology is essential, and we cannot just sit back giving them an ABCD book and learn for themselves. They have to curate knowledge for themselves. And there are, in fact, 99% of the children today have their own YouTube channels, and they are trying to explore it to the best, and they are writing books at the age of 10, 12, 15. And the things have changed. And this is how, all because of the wonderful platforms they've been using. We saw that in the age of COVID, where there were so many online platforms explored by the children, like Teams and Zooms, and everything was operated by the children, not by the teachers. And that made them extra smart. Even teachers got street smart with the march of time. Yes. But that smartness was not expected by the teachers so early.
Exactly.
Thanks to COVID in that case, unfortunate, yes. But this is how, the teachers came forward, and they had no other life-saving or job-saving mantra or a device or a tablet than to learn Zoom and Teams and other platforms.
Exactly.
They could survive because of that.
True.
And that is how they were in connect with their children. So I think it is high time, once again, I repeat that digital connect is a priority, and digital minimalism is again a priority. But we need to understand that how best we are connected to the world and make use of the priorities through technology. And keeping that fact in view, I rest myself to this session and look forward to many more feedback on this session and further. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, Dr. Dheeraj, for this lovely opportunity, sharing your valuable knowledge, insight, advice, and the knowledge you have given us today will be definitely beneficial for all the other viewers, our teachers, and all who is watching. And it was, I really feel honored, sir, being with you today. Thank you so much, sir,
My
once
pleasure.
again for this lovely
My
interview.
pleasure. God bless you.